All right, so this is the Lazy DJ with Pew Chat Die episode number 4. We have our guest A-Dawg with us. We were just having a little discussion before I actually remembered to hit record, and he was about to tell me about what a wonderful DJ he was.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I mean, not to get into too many specifics. See, I can't even talk myself, but yeah, not to get into too many specifics. But I mean, it's very much being an actual radio DJ is not making dumb mistakes like that. Not putting in stuffs like learning how to speak properly, like not like what I'm doing. And yeah, it's like selling people candy, water, and cars and shit. But wait. Can I say shit? Can I say that on here?
I don't have an age disclaimer, and that's the thing. I'm new to all of this too. Should I have an age disclaimer?
Maybe. Well, I mean, hey, Vendetta is rated T for teen. So if you're a teenager and you're listening to this, you're watching this, there's some drug use. There wasn't the last one. Yeah, there wasn't the last one. There could be some naughty words that shit is loud under the PG-13 laws of the United States. So yeah, we're good.
Really? Oh my gosh, there was one time that I was working in a kitchen, right? And there was this Pitbull song that went Kulo. I had no idea what that meant. And so I'm working in this kitchen next to the cook, and the song comes on the radio. I don't even like hip hop, but out of nowhere I'm just like Kulo, and she slapped me, and I was shocked.
What is culo?
Apparently it's ass in Spanish.
Ah.
Which, how they got away with saying that so many times in that song, I have no idea. It was crazy. I was shocked that day.
Cool.
In more ways than one. So, if I could ask, what kind of software did they use while you were DJing? Was it something that they kind of created in-house, or was it something that is actually available public-wise?
Well, basically, it was a vertical market software. I've used a variety of different ones. I started out at a place using something called SAM, which is publicly available. You can get it online. It's I think a $25 a month fee. It's essentially a DJing package. It's integrated, so you've got your songs, whatever else you want to play, and your like live audio feed integrated into one suite, I guess. Then there's some more complicated stuff like iCool Pro, iCool Touch Pro, or whatever. iMediaSoft, a lot of I's in there. Yeah, very like vertical market stuff. But I mean, if you're looking for like online DJing stuff, try Sam. I don't know if they're still around, but they were as of a couple of years ago. So yeah.
Now, were there any specific music genres that you DJ'd?
Yeah. I worked at a country station. That was interesting because I'm not a fan of country at all. I hate that shit. But you just go with it. I mean, I worked at a rock station, and then they basically come in and overnight they basically come in and they say hey, like, we used to be a rock station, but today, starting today, we're a country station. So if you don't like it, there's the door. So I mean, you just go with it. But yeah. But no, I've done country, I've done rock. I did stuff for CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I mainly wrote a few things for them. Yeah, I've been around.
We actually had a local radio station, which was our only rock station as well, and it moved straight from rock to Spanish. And I know there's different genres of Spanish music, but I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know any of them. But yes, they went from rock to Spanish for a year, decided that wasn't cutting it, and then went back to rock. But the DJ was bilingual and sat through it the entire time.
Oh, that's the best. I mean, it's the same here with English and French, in that the whole thing behind the radio is they follow where the money goes. So if they think they can squeeze more money out of the Spanish or the French, or whoever's listening to them, if they think they can squeeze the most amount, they will switch literally overnight sometimes. And yeah.
Hey, you actually just remind me of another good local point to Canada. If you had to guess what the percentage was of people that spoke French locally around you, what do you think it would be?
Well, actually, I know around here, I'm in Northern Ontario. Excuse me. So, right around here, there's about a third of the population is native French speaking. But it really depends on the local demographics of where everyone is at the specific time, obviously.
So picture a warmer climate and replace French with Spanish, and you're basically Central Valley, California.
Oh, you know what? I'd say there is, you do a pretty good bet of making a Spanish station there. Depending on the specific area. But yeah.
So I guess we got to start talking about Vanilla Online at some point, right?
Yeah. All right.
So when's 1.9 coming out?
Oh, give it another 7 to 10 years. 1.9 will probably come out when, around the time Star Citizen, is that what it's called? Yeah. Probably around the same time.
Oh my gosh, well, they had a voice actor, and the 3D model looked exactly like Josh Bergerman. Oh boy. I did notice in their last update notes that they said that they put in updated drivers for the Leap motion controller. I didn't even know they supported that, but I actually looked at that controller and it looks pretty cool. I think I might try to pick it up and play with it a little bit.
What is that?
Apparently it's like a sensor that goes in front of your keyboard, and it senses where your hands are, but is really good at it. So like if you made the motion like you were picking an object up, it would actually pick it up in virtual world, because it's really made for virtual reality stuff.
Well, how would you fly spaceships with it though? That's the thing. I mean,
no idea.
It sounds pretty cool, but I don't know how it would be. That's a question for John Bergman.
I have a new segment coming up, and it's pretty much titled "Will It Play VO?" And what it's going to be is it's going to be random controllers or devices or whatnot. Like the first thing I'm going to do is I have a racing wheel. I picked it up on auction for like $11. So I'm going to try to fly with a steering wheel and pedals.
Yes, space cars online.
Exactly. Now, my second one, though, is I have a original PlayStation 1 Barbie controller. And I'm pretty sure I just found it on Craigslist one day. And so I'm going to have to get like a USB PS1 adapter, but I'm going to try to play with the old, and it's not even the one with the analog joysticks, just the old button controller.
Nice.
So it'll be an interesting series. Yeah. I mean, I can't suck at flying any more than I already do. You're going to kick my butt in a minute.
Oh, probably not.
So it's like, oh, I doubt it. I haven't been able to play lately. Like, I've just had real life crap going on.
I've had a bunch of road life. Plus, I made a new what's it called? A new control scheme. So it's still screwing me up.
The other part is too. You scared me a little bit because you were gone for a couple days too. I was like, oh crap! I finally got around to this, and he's gone.
I actually resubbed for another month just to do this. So we're all good. We're all good.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
So, hey, when did you start playing VO?
All right, here I will pull this up right now. I started sometime in 2004. So, come on, here we go.
2004.
Yeah.
Were you part of that?
I actually came in just a couple months later, apparently, from the beta. So just as they I learned of it through the Mac store, the iTunes store, or whatever it was at the time, had it was the featured game of the week or whatever it was, game of the month. So yeah, I learned of it through there, and where is it? Account info.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, picked it up on there. Started playing on a 500 mega. Yeah, 2004, November 18th, 2004.
So what, were you on like one of those old G3 machines or something?
I was on a Power Mac, or sorry, not a Power Mac, a G3 500 megahertz iMac.
What color was it?
It was that one was blue, and 6 months later I upgraded to a white 600 megahertz iMac.
Oh.
And they both ran VO at about 18 frames per second. So yeah, it was good times.
Yeah, were you doing a whole lot of combat at all?
I did a ton of combat. I don't know how I did it, but
really, wow.
Yeah.
So, have you? Granted, you've been playing, at this point, what, 6 years longer than I have, and all I see in this forum thread is questions about Serco Nationalism. So, is that all you've done?
Well, okay, I started off as a hardcore Atani. And
wow.
Yeah, I started off as a hardcore Atani, and I was basically the what would you say, the Zoc of 2004, where I just kind of flooded around. I fought like Helen Keller. I was complete crap at it. People killed me a lot. Yeah, and yeah, sorry, Zoc. I'm sure you're cool.
Yeah, poor guy.
But
I think this is the second episode in a row now.
Yeah, the good old beat on Zoc segment.
Right.
But
so how's your Estrian Process out doing?
He's okay.
Yeah, it's like I said, it wouldn't be Pew Chat Die if I didn't screw something up off the start. Yeah. So really, what made you go from Itani nationalism to Serco nationalism?
Okay, well, there were two big Itani guilds back in the day. There was the Itani Alliance and the Itani Defense Force, and I was in both of them at one point, or well, at 2 points. They eventually folded, and they both together they created Itan, but essentially around that time there was the SDF on the Serco side, which was the Serco Defense Force, and an SOR, which is Shades of Red. Mr. Spuck still plays. He's one of the only guy left from Shades of Red, actually. And
Shades of Red is one of the names I actually not heard of yet.
Yeah, they're it was run by a nice German lady called Lisa, Lisa or Linda or something.
Not the same Lisa that's in TGFT now, right?
No, this is a much different Lisa.
Okay.
Where are they? There they.
Is it Nikki's girlfriend?
Shades of Red. I guess so. It could be. Very well, it could be. Maybe. No. Okay, yeah, it was run by a nice Lisa, and
Are we using air quotes around this nice?
Oh no. She was cool.
Okay.
Okay. And then they kind of went away. They had some great players like Relayer and Spider and Icarus and Crippled Pigeon. That guy was pretty good. I only remember these names because they're right in front of me here. Toshiro. Yeah. And basically there was really no Serco. What's the word? No Serco. There were no force relations between the Serco and the Itani. So I basically logged on and made it like a joke character called A-Dawg, which was actually my nickname from high school at the time, oddly enough. And so I made a character A-Dawg, and I teamed up with this dude Oat Chorus, who I don't know, was a funny guy, and him and myself, we recruited another guy, Dr. Lecter, and we started a guild called the Serco Cadre of Armed Renegades, which became, we were larger than TGFT at one point, and it was all Serco, and we went around and we kicked a lot of ass, which was really fun because that's when that was kind of really the golden age, if you will, when Itani were Itani and Serco were Serco, and we went head to head, and yeah, had some really fun battles then. So
what was the population back then, or was it more active players than we really have now?
Well, okay. I think there were two major differences in that back then they were all PC players. The mobile was completely unheard of. In fact, in 2005, 2006, they didn't even really have smartphones, or at least not in the same same capacity, same proliferation that they have now, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all PC players, and like I can remember from the height of Scar, which was we could basically have about 3 groups online at the same 3 full groups. So that's 8 and 8 is 16, plus another 8 is I don't know.
Wow, and this is just Scar.
24. Yeah, this is just in Scar. Yeah. So
wow.
And we could consistently get 24 guys like online every single night, which was quite impressive for a while.
Yeah, even for teams in World of Tanks and other AAA titles, 24 members online is actually typically a pretty good night. So
yeah, no, it was something else. But and then we all kind of one by one drifted away. I know for myself, I was playing like spectacular levels of insanity at the time. So I graduated high school. I went off to college, and that kind of ended that, so to speak. So I took a nice 9-year long break or so, 9 or 10-year long break after that. But yeah. So no, but yeah, Scar went through a couple of changes. At one point, we kicked out Dr. Lecter, which
is that where all the resentment comes from?
Yes, yeah, that is where it comes from. Yeah, yeah. Basically, I wanted to rebrand for a while. Oat Chorus had left by that point, so we picked up this other guy called Kunjo, something like that. Can never really pronounce his name. And yeah, him and I basically we renamed the guild. We kicked out a bunch of people who were we thought of that were pirates and whatnot, and in retrospect that was a mistake, because having those guys around was really fun. So there, Dr. Lecter, I'm sorry I kicked you of Scar. It only took me 10 years to say it, but yeah.
Apology a decade in the making. Nice.
Yes. And then yeah. And then
wow, so that's pretty.
In terms of
9 years though, what makes you want to come back?
Okay, the thing that made me come back was basically I saw the newsletter 2 years ago. Actually, I was just talking about this earlier tonight with Dirty and Wash. in that 2 years ago, when they sent out their holiday newsletter with all the pictures of like the fancy stations and the spaceships and stuff, the conceptual drawings, I was like, okay, all right, it looks like they're going places. Like, all right, I got to come back. I got to see some of this stuff. And
no.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Yeah, I completely lost my thought there, but
no, it's okay. Sometimes those thoughts are okay to lose. That way, they're just not full of disappointment.
Yeah, they're slippery.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite paint chip flavor? Speaking of losing thoughts.
Paint chip flavor, yes. Yeah, thank you. Well, I was partial to a light blue, baby blue, I think you call it. But now after seeing Mad Max Fury Road, I'm definitely more chrome guy.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so we went and we watched that movie in the theaters. And you have this whole build up to where the diesel truck lady goes and ends up going into the storm, and then the storm picks everyone up, and then the whole screen blacks out, right? Because for some reason this movie has crazy amounts of just pure black screen transitions. And so after this last 15 minutes of chaos, you have this black screen and absolutely no sound. And the entire theater is silent because everyone is having the realization at the same moment of how bad this movie is. and I've never experienced anything like that in a theater before. And I almost went to see the movie again just so I could have that moment again.
How bad it was, really?
I mean, it was okay, and like it wasn't horrible. And they did do some things right. Like they kind of like leveled up the offensive thing. They kept the people that were on the bendy poles until the very last, and so it's like every fight scene they kind of introduced a new mechanic. It's almost like RPG. But overall, it was kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, I found with that, in that, it wasn't that big on the whole narrative or characterization. It was the bad guy from Batman follows around one armed shark. What's her name? Charlie's one armed Charlie's
big boss's girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. And they have adventures together and I don't know, fight the guitar guy. Like, yeah, the guitar. Okay, that was my favorite part. The guitar dude.
The guitar dude was awesome. I'll give him that. The Mad Max dude. It's okay to talk. Like we already had that one dude that was a driver. I don't know what his name was or what movie that was. That never talked. But
Jason Statham.
Oh, wait. No, Jason Statham actually talks.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the transporter. I think his name is like Ryan something. It's probably Ryan Gosling. Who knows?
Oh yeah, Ryan. Yeah, that's it. Driver or Drive.
Yeah, it's okay to talk. I mean, how's that relationship supposed to work anyways if you'd ever talked to the lady? You saved my life. Thank you. Let me lean against this wall and stare at my jacket.
He kept handing out toothpicks too. That was weird.
Where do those toothpicks come from? And how do they stay clean? Why is it taking so long for one to organize against Void?
Okay, well, you know what? I'm sure we would organize an event against Void if we actually gave them, a thought. But when we do organize against them, they leave. So, hey, when are you going to organize against us? Is my question.
How will one overcome the pirate threat of gray space? Because that's not the same question, apparently.
Well, yeah. We have overcome it. I didn't actually think about this one. So, yeah, that's how little thought we give it.
Now, avoidable. Is that your guys' fault? Did you do that?
No, we actually have. I mean, we assume it's Savit. In terms of how are we going to deal with the gray space threat, the pirate threat in gray space? Our mission as one is to fight the Smurfs, not a bunch of hacks who call themselves pirates. So there is my answer.
And considering that I was able to get a decade-long apology from you, I guess if you're not going to claim that one, I'll believe it. I'll believe it this time. So, apparently, I have not been playing the game much since you got your dent, because here is a question that says, do you ever leave your dent outside of loading it with XCs and helping gank?
Well, you know what? Interesting. Got to point a couple things out there, because I leave my dent all the time. I don't treat it like a Harpo's camper van, but I like to call it. There was a period where he just stayed in his camper van. Like, he drove it around and smiled and waved, and yeah, that was it. I do use my dent on occasion, because apparently about 6 months ago they accused me of never bringing my dent in. So one way or the other, guys. One way or the other.
You've already had it for 6 months?
I've had it for a couple. Actually, I came back. It was kind of like within my dry hiatus, I guess, about 4 years ago now. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago. I came back for like the free Christmas month sort of thing, and someone gave me a Trident kit, so I was like, hey, all right, cool, Trident kit, avast, and yeah, that's how I got my
Those
dent.
things exist?
Yeah.
Wow.
People apparently had a lot of free time and built some Trident kits.
Wow. God, I'm just like the unluckiest guy ever. Okay, I'm over it. No resentments. How does it feel to be in a guild with broken RP?
Okay, broken RP. Good question. Thank you. See, you know what? Broken RP. Well, I'm actually with Dirty on this one in that, you know, we could have a general direction we take this. I mean, you know, on paper we're supposed to fight the Atani and whatnot, but because of so many alts and you know all that political shit in the background, you know, that's why we shoot Sercos, because you know we either know or we have good reason to believe that they are alts, so that's why we shoot them. You know, like that's why we do what we do, because the RP just isn't broken just in one; it's broken throughout the whole system. I know that's a Sarah Palin answer there, but
Right.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Like,
Didn't Palin endorse Trump? I know you're Canadian, and it doesn't matter as much to you.
I think she did, actually, unfortunately.
The world is going to hell.
Okay. In terms of, you know, like Scar, it had a very pointed narrative. One not so much. So, you know, I could try and get in there. I can try and point it in a different direction, or you know, another direction, or any direction at all. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, what do you log on to VO for? To get some fights in and have a few laughs. So, yeah.
Okay. You know, that makes sense. It's nice to know that you guys aren't taking stuff too seriously then.
Oh no. Like our Discord chat. Man, we like when we're all on, we have like you know, two or three laughs a minute. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I joined in with you guys one night, and I was distracted as hell, but it was still fun.
Oh no, it's good times.
Yeah. I guess I should keep the questions up on the screen, right?
Yeah.
That'd probably be a good idea.
That helps.
I didn't organize the questions into a doc because that's when I start falling into that thing where I do nothing but ask questions all the time. So I was trying to keep it flowing.
Oh, you know, just like what's the word? Just kind of like branch off from people's answers. I mean, it's hard to explain. It's even tougher to master. But you know, you just find hints of what people are talking about and just kind of go with it. I never really mastered it much myself, so you know, hence why I'm no longer in radio. But
and this thread kind of ended up going back and forth quite a bit as well.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. Lots of belly aching. Lots of yeah.
Void is selling salt for extra revenue. Would you like to use your pro radio personality to be a spokesman for this new endeavor?
Well, yes, actually. Are you a spaceman?
Are you gonna ad-lib it right now?
Yeah. Are you a person, you know, of space who needs to has a low salt quotient? Well, just you know, contact a void or black, and they'll cry you out some nice space tears. Get the salt flowing.
Have you ever played Fallout, sir?
No.
No?
Never.
None of them. Not 3, not 4, not New Vegas, not anything.
I played, I think, Fallout 2 for 5 minutes, and then I wanted to like kill myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, if that was your only experience playing Fallout, I apologize, sir.
I was just like guiding this naked man around the screen, and I didn't really know what was happening. So, yeah.
That might not have been Fallout. That could have been a different website.
It was like the Fallout before you get your cool robot clothes.
That's a different definition of Fallout there. So, what kind of games outside of VO do you like to play?
Yeah, sorry. I'll just die here. Yeah. Games outside of VO. Well, I'm a big fan of. What's it? Okay, I was a big fan. I don't remember what it's called anymore. It's like Crazy Birds, Angry Birds. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of games do you like outside of VO? Angry Birds.
Yeah. It's good for, you know, riding, you know, on the subway, you know, doing that shit. Yeah.
You guys have subways up there?
Okay, well, no. No, but just like standing in line at the Tim's, like it's good for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a gamer outside of VO, basically.
That's pretty interesting too. So did you play anything for that whole 9-year absence then?
I actually lived at one point. I lived with a professional Halo player. He wasn't like one of the guys that made like millions of dollars, but he won several $1,000s playing Halo. I got really good at Halo 3. Compared to him, I was complete crap. But when I went actually played with like normal folks, I was starting very good. can't speak, like I said, but yeah. So but I don't own an Xbox or a TV. To be completely honest, I try and keep VO as one of my only vices, I guess, because I actually hate sitting in front of the computer all day. Like that's what I do at work. And I like to get out and I like to be active, so I have this rule where I try not to log into VO before 9 o'clock or so at night, and then I spend inordinate amount of times when I should be sleeping on VO. But hey, like I said, we all have to have a vice. So.
And what's funny, that's not even how you built your dent.
Yeah, that's true. It's true too. Yeah, you build your dent through like I don't know, tears and anger and. But see, that's the magical thing about VO. I've heard people smash their keyboards, smash their controllers, hell, even smash like spare computers that they had around. It's insane. It brings out the anger in folks. Never seen a game like that. Incite so much anger.
No, I saw it once, but you have to understand. Like I'm a very cool personality. I finally started playing World of Warcraft just because he is one of the only gamers that I actually personally knew. And so I would go over to his house on raid nights and we would raid in the same room. One day a mouse flies like less than an inch from my head and slams into the wall on the other side of the room. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And he's cussing up a storm. And it's all because the goddamn left click button broke. Never seen that happen.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty intense.
The most. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, the most intense thing I've seen, I guess, outside of VO, other than people smashing their computers up with their fists, was a guy playing on Xbox Live with my roommate, online. We had handily trashed this guy, or at least my roommate did, and we're talking to him through the voice chat, and he suddenly just loses it at the end of the match, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking find you punks, and I'm gonna track you down and kill you all," and we're like, dude, it's a game, and he's like, dude, my wife is leaving me, my house is is being sold from me, like we're like holy shit. So yeah, he had a complete meltdown. It was actually kind of sad, but
yeah, that is kind of sad. Hey, your ex-roommate that used to play Halo a lot, did he have like an unnatural response time? Like if you threw nice at him, could he catch him by the handle or something crazy?
No, actually, he was kind of a portly gentleman who drank a lot of Coke. He actually like the trick to his success basically was he would lay on the couch for like 22 hours, more or less essentially, and like I'd get up in the morning, he'd be playing with somebody, like or just himself online, and then I'd go to bed that night and he'd still he wouldn't leave the house, he'd just sit there and play. So hey.
Oh man, don't tell me he smelled.
He didn't smell that badly.
That badly.
He did have, it was only 22 hours, so we did have like a couple hours to, clean up.
Right, consume something other than Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I was like, shit, buddy. Like, I thought I'm bad, but...
So where do you see yourself in 10 Vendetta years?
10 Vendetta years, all right. So is this like when Vendetta 2.0 comes out in like 20 real years, or is this like you know?
I don't know, because I just recycled this question from the last episode.
All right. Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to answer this one. This is
It seemed fitting because you already took a decade-long break.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, I'll take another decade-long break, and by then 1.9 or maybe 1.8.9.9447652 will be released, and I'll pop back in and see what's happening. I don't know.
Right? Where do you rank yourself overall in the all-time rankings of pilots?
Well, somebody like way back in the day when I played Insanity levels, somebody made like a thing that took our kill-death ratio, and they ranked the entire game, and apparently I was number 8 on that list. So I was like, fuck yeah, I got, oh shit. You see, yeah, I also swear terribly, but yeah, that's another thing. Never do that on the radio either. But anyway, yeah, so I was like, fuck yeah, I'm like the eighth in this game, pretty good. So I've always like, I mean, my combat level has slipped since then. Yeah. But,
out of curiosity, when that list came out, who was number 1?
I think it was like Mecha Tereus at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was like, yeah, Mecha.
It's kind of interesting. I didn't know that list ever existed.
It was this like thing. People talked about it, 10 years ago for like a week or something. It was a really hot shit. Then, yeah, it was lost in time. So.
Yeah, like many things. So who, in your view, is the greatest political leader in Vendetta Online, and why?
Espionage asked this question. All right. Well, he would like me to say it's him, but yeah, he's up there. So is Eka. You know what? Gotta give props to Eka, because hey, we may have our differences, but yeah, he's led TGFT for what, 12, 14 years now? Like, yeah, he's
yeah, but
no, go ahead.
He hasn't partaken at all in like the last 2 years sober.
That's true. I'd also put myself up. I can't think of one great leader. Try to think of one great leader in our own history of the earth. You can't think of just one person. You get like,
I don't know, Bush wasn't too bad.
Is that the read my lips Bush or W Bush?
Either way, really. Now we're just to the point where we just elect presidents to be politically correct, like it's a job interview or something. We had to have one that was a different race. Now we gotta have one with a vagina. Next thing you know, we gotta get one with like a mid-tone. Trump doesn't have enough tan. Where's the nearest Hispanic guy?
I will refrain from talking about this since I'm Canadian, I guess. But yeah.
There was actually a really cool video that was just like a parody of Canadians saying that we should just elect Canada as the president.
I've seen that go around. I haven't watched it, but I've seen it go around, and apparently people have said it's pretty good.
It actually was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So, what is the feature that you think it's most important for Vendetta Online to have?
Well, I'm actually with Esther and Process on this one. I'm all about the readjusting the ship speeds, because when they did that before, ships went 240. I think max was 245 on the WTD. Basically, they capped them and they didn't readjust them. So, yeah, like I said in my post, it was essentially only a half measure, and yeah. Excuse me, but yeah, basically, back when ships went 240, there was an actual, they've all been homogenized. So,
Wow, what does that word even mean? Like, the only way I know how to use that is with milk.
they're well, there's homogenization. There's homogenization. I actually don't know the difference between the milk and the I don't know the other meaning. But now they're all basically the same in that you know they all move the same speed. So you used to have ships that were, you know, mid-level. I don't know, mid-level putt around things like the Atlas Mark II or whatever. You know, have now become just as fast as interceptors, and it really makes no sense on a role play level or logistics level. Yeah, see what's Estuarian Process's answer. Much more what's the word, articulate than I am. So
Yeah, I really hope numbers for Vendetta Online increase at some point. It'd be really nice.
Yeah. Well, what spurred you to build or to make Vendetta on air and like do the Pew Chat Dies and everything?
I don't know. I think it's just being a big fan of Linus Tech Tips and Vendetta Online.
Yep.
And so I didn't really think I ever had the time to do a proper YouTube channel for anything, but I figured if I was ever going to do it for anything, that this is probably the best way I could donate that time, per se.
Interesting.
And I mean, it's true. Granted, you know, Vendetta Online isn't popular, and so you can't have a popular YouTube channel for a game that's not popular. It just doesn't make sense.
You seem to get a pretty good turnout so far.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing. Vendetta on Air might not be YouTube popular, but when you consider that I'm only trying to reach a player base that might have a couple hundred players actually be active, then it's proportionally popular. It really is.
Yeah. Like I've been following your your channel, and just yeah, you get some good views. Like the view counter is like much higher than I would have expected, actually.
Well, I hope it improves. At some point, once my editing skills get better, I'm gonna start doing more creative stuff. But well, all in said time.
There's actually so many views on your channel that I actually didn't know there were that many people like on Vendetta.
I don't think there is. I think somehow I'm really popular in search. Just so you know, everything's rolling again, so at some point I'll probably cut this conversation into it. And one of my goals with the channel is to actually use the channel to boost Vendetta Online. And I think how that's going to happen is it's actually going to come through like a hardware review. And so when Vendetta Online gets put out onto a new piece of hardware, what I would like to do is do a review of that hardware, but at the same time, the experience of Vendetta Online with that hardware. And so it should turn up good in search results of people that are trying to, find reviews on that whatever piece of hardware that ends up being, and hopefully it'll actually help drive people into the game.
Have you ever seen the commercial? It was on about 5 years ago now. It was actually for either a phone or a tablet that had the VO like in it.
Is this when VO first came to mobile and it was done by Verizon?
I believe so.
I seen it, but there was so little that was actually mentioned of VO, it seemed. Like, it just seemed like they showed a little bit of gameplay, but didn't even throw a logo or a banner or anything up there.
They had an announcer say it was Vendetta Online, but the commercial mainly consisted of watching a guy, like, step onto a platform, and then he transformed into a vulture, and then started fighting people. Like, in
really?
VO. Yeah, like in VO. And then... the vulture he was fighting blew up, and then they went back to like selling the phone yeah. It was a really weird commercial. Like yeah.
I think I found it, so let me watch this and see if this is it.
All right.
Oh man.
the Motorola Zoom tablet. With the velocity of a 1 gigahertz dual-core processor, 3D graphics engine, gyroscope, and a widescreen HD display. Grab it, and it grabs you.
Okay, it was the Motorola Zoom, and that was
only at Verizon.
But the 3D ship model they put around him looks nothing like a vulture. Like, you see the vulture in the screen inside on his like HUD, but the outside looks nothing like it.
Yeah, he's like flying in an orb or something. It's weird. Oh yeah, well, I pulled it up here. Yeah, he's like in a space orb.
Yeah, so to start with that idea, though, I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to do reviews of platforms that they were already on. Like, all those stupid little Android gaming platform things like the Ouya or however you pronounce that. And it's not so much to for that purpose, it's just get me used to the editing needed for that type of video.
I don't know, it's a good place to start, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like, didn't they make some weird TVs that had Android built into them too?
Yeah,
but then they have play sticks.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago now. Do they still do that, or?
I don't know, and that's the other thing too is you hear John talk about the 10-foot experience, and so I want to do a review that has to do with nothing but the 10-foot experience.
That's actually how Hoban Washburn started playing. He found this on his Amazon TV, and he was like, "Okay, cool, spaceships." So he turned it on, and then he's like, "Wow, you know what? The game looks beautiful," but he found he couldn't really. Like, he couldn't play worth shit. So then...
Oh, yeah.
But he also, like, when he visited the website, it said it was for the PC too. So he tried it on the PC and said it was much more immersive, better experience. But
and ever since then, he's been a much better pilot as well.
Yes. Yeah, like, that's the biggest thing with the mobile, since it was never made to be on the mobile. On the whole mobile experience, it really they really don't stand a chance against the PC players. I've heard things like droid buttons can kind of level the playing field, but not being an Android user myself, or having any light accounts myself, I can't really comment very far on it. But yeah.
No, really, it takes having a controller of some sort to even start to level that playing field.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
And Voidance uses the Xbox controller, and he does pretty well. Yeah.
That's really the only way I'd consider playing on a mobile platform for VO would be to use some type of wireless or USB or Bluetooth controller or something, because yeah. It just having the touch controls for it just seems too cumbersome, too complicated.
Yeah, and so one of my first hardware reviews is actually for the Moga controller, but at the same time, I already know I'm just not a mobile player. When I'm done with that review, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and give it away on the channel.
We actually had a guy in one buy another guy in one. They both no longer play anymore. A Moga controller, and he shipped it from New York to California for this dude, and yeah, just bought him a Moga, and his combat experience, or his combat, what's the word? Not experience, ability, went through the roof after that. It was amazing. It was night and day.
Well, hopefully it can help someone then, because I will always love my PC, apparently.
Oh, yeah. It's the best way. The only way.
I don't know about the only way, but it's definitely the best way.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So, let's recycle some more questions. That seems to be the end result going on here.
All right.
Except for a lot of these questions were actually really directed towards Estrian, because that's the last person I made a doc for. Who is your favorite pirate, or was your favorite pirate?
All right, favorite pirate. It'll probably be there's a guy called YT's up there. There was a guy called Tramshed, actually. He popped in recently, about, I don't know, 6 months ago, I guess. Then I think he left again. But yeah, he was pretty cool. He always reminded me of kind of like the quintessential VO pirate, because he pirated me back when I was a noob. So yeah, that always stuck out in my mind. In that you know, they told us gray space was dangerous, but you know, a bunch of noobs and myself, we went down there anyway. And then we got stopped and pirated by Tramshed. So we tried to fight him, of course, and completely killed. But it was like my first combat experience, and very, very, very fun. So yeah.
So was he the first person to pirate you or blow you up then?
I think he was actually. Yeah, Tramshed, first guy to kill me.
Who is your favorite opponent and why?
All right. This is gonna go back a bit. It was actually a guy called Ghost. I
remember Ghost.
Oh, okay, you remember Ghost. All right, yeah, he flew a Velk mostly. We would have some epic Velk versus Prom battles back in the day. Got a lot of respect for that guy. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He knows how to fly. You know, he always kept the drama. You know, he didn't go overboard with stuff. Yeah, he was. Yeah, tons of respect for that guy. So.
So since 2004, since you've been playing, because you're already talking about Valk and Prom battles, have there been any new ship models introduced, or did they have Valks and Proms all the way back then too?
They had Valks and Proms back then. They didn't have behemoths, so none of the behemoth series. They didn't or raptors, pterodons, or the Revenant was actually the Axia Wraith. Was the original Revenant. But
what? So was it actually called the Revenant? I'm assuming. I don't know how you pronounce that.
It was called the Wraith, but then they replaced the ship model as well as the collision model with the Revenant there is now. But people demanded, you know, people really like the look of the Wraith, so they demanded it come back. And it's now the Axia Wraith. So, and it's same
and it's a giant piece of crap.
Oh yeah, same stats as before. It's yeah, exactly. It's the same piece of crap. It's the first like noob level, I don't know, all-purpose trade ship or whatever it's supposed to be. So, yeah.
Well, the Revenant is now the Axia is like this weird specially sanctioned thing that's just horrible.
Yeah, specially sanctioned piece of crap. It's yeah.
Yep.
Back in the day though, the largest ship I think was the Valent Marauder. I think it has the most cargo capacity if I remember correctly. That's why all of the trade guild missions give you like 2 hours to complete, you know, what one, you know, moth load will do, because they're designed around centaurs and mods. But yeah, so having the behemoth come out was like, you know, a godsend, really. It was, you know, people loved it, and then they asked for more, and that's how we got the XC, and then the mining moths like the Mark II and the Mark III or Mark whatever they are. Yeah, they came out kind of after when the mining badges were released. Oh yeah, there were no badges back then either. So
it's better than those Google Play achievements, because you don't play mobile.
Yeah.
Every time I log into mobile, I get the same damn achievements over. First kill, first something, first this, first that. I'm just like, dude, I've gotten these tens of times already. Just leave me alone.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah, and that's on the same account too. The same Google Games account, the same VO account. It's just, no, I don't need them.
You'd think it would like save that info, but guess not.
Yeah. Not going there. What else is there?
Well, I know.
I guess we've talked about most everything.
Well, I mean, like I know. There was a question about what I thought of One in Red. There were a couple questions about that.
Let me see if I can find those.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go to
I just found the part where Dr. Lecter is asking if you guys could have disgraced yourself any further in connection with the events surrounding my quote-unquote trial.
Oh yeah,
Speaking of which,
that trial. Oh man, I barely even remember what happened. Basically, when that came up, that's when Kanjo and I basically decided that we'd do our whole rebranding, and that would be the most convenient time to get Lecter out, which like I said was a mistake, because that was definitely the more the more fun times, fun and happy times. But yeah.
What is the average airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
You'd have to eject me from the bridge from this one, Alex. But yeah, because okay. I guess the proper answer would be African or European. So you'll have to specify. But
okay, so here we go. What are, in your view, the differences between Red and One? What is your understanding of the history of the guilds, as well as the history of the relationship, and what is/was your involvement in it, insofar as you haven't answered this in Savit's previous questions?
Okay, well, see, thing is, while I'd pop in every once in a while, like during the free Christmas week and tidings and joy and all that stuff, I'd have a couple months. I think I subscribed like a couple months in between my whole hiatus, just to drop in. So I don't really know the whole deal. Thing is, when I left Scar with Sheffield, I believe, and when I came back, basically, Chef and those folks who were all in Scar were basically like, Scar's not around anymore. We have this new guild, One, with all the old Scar members, and it's a totally different guild that's based on honor and all this other all this other crap and all this other bullshit. And it was like, dude, you took my guild, you pocketed the guild money, or sorry, only half, and and completely, so you've taken my guild and you've renamed it. And let me just be clear for the record here, I honestly think One is one of the fucking stupidest names ever. And there, PG-13, we were allowed one use of the F word, and that was it. So yeah.
Is that how Canada works? You only get away with it once?
I believe that's a U.S. rule, actually, for PG-13. But yeah. Yeah. So I mean, one is a pretty dumb name because it's like Scar. Sure, it's cheesy, but hey. It at least sounds scary and stood for stuff that makes sense in terms of an RP sense. One is named after the American Infantry Battalion, which, if you think of that on like an RP level, did you know that One was a American Infantry Battalion?
Are you sure you just don't hate it because you're Canadian?
No. Okay. Yeah, yes, I do believe it is too American, but number two, that would be like starting a militia group in the U.S. and calling yourselves the Persian Navy or something. Like, it makes zero sense in that it doesn't even sound frightening or it doesn't really elicit really any emotion. It's just One, like Big Red One. It makes it sound like it's like a giant red dildo or something. Like, yeah.
Well, you could have used stick of gum, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
or
I guess we're going for
gum, too.
PG-13 over Y7 or something.
It's a nice stick of gum. No. Yeah. Well, okay. In terms of like Red and One, I wasn't really around for the whole Red thing. You're not going to like my thoughts on this, espionage, but, sure, Red, they talk a big game and whatnot, but they've been dead for, or, dead or close to dead for quite a few years now. Like I said, Red talks a big game, but, Scar back in the day was, what Red wants to be. So, yeah. I still stand by. Scar was the best guild ever. So.
And at least Scar made some cool skins that a lot of people enjoyed.
Oh yeah. Yep. Scar actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, they were the first guild to what is it? have an actual shop bot. Natargus was his name. Built the shop bot from scratch, and like sold weapons and stuff. And yeah, it was really nifty. In fact, that guy now, I think he's in computer programming stuff. He was a kid. He was like 14 at the time. Yeah, and now because of finding Lua in VO, I think that's like he turned it into a career for himself. Like he pursued it. So he pursued programming. So I mean, you know what? Good for him. And I'm glad that came of, you know. Yeah. So.
Vendetta Online, changing children's lives 1 out of 1,000 at a time.
Exactly. But yeah.
So I believe the well has run dry, sir, unless there's something else that you can think of.
Well, yeah. I said I have Scar ended. Yeah. You know.
Scar's dead.
Yeah, Scar's dead. Exactly.
It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. One. I mean, you know, I like getting out with those guys. We have a lot of laughs. You know. What's it called? Astrian Process. He was one of our like, you know, numero uno, like bad guy in our little, you know, circle jerk. And you know, now he gets on like the Discord with us, and you know, he's an awesome dude. You know, we all have a lot of laughs, a lot of good times. But yeah, so yeah, like, you know, that's what I was saying in the forums a couple weeks back. Like, you know, get on the Discord server and just have a laugh. It's really fun. So yeah.
Unless you play mobile and you can't use Discord, but then hey, just go hide in the corner with your touchscreen.
Yeah. I mean, 12 Net 1 is on mobile, I believe. He uses Discord.
He fights pretty well for being on mobile, then.
Like I know he switched a couple times from PC to mobile. I don't know what he uses over the other, but I think he's mostly on the phone. And he gets on the Discord chat and, like, you know, yucks it up with us, and yeah.
Well, one day we'll have a Pew Chat Die with all of Discord at once.
That would be funny. That'd be good.
Yeah, that probably would be good. Well, sir, are you ready for that fighting part of it then?
I'm almost ready. Yeah.
Are you in?
It's loading right now.
Are you in Sedina by chance?
I can be. Let's see.
Well, if you're far away, I will meet you in the middle, sir.
I am in Inatros right now, but I can be in Sedina very closely, or very shortly. Closely. Jesus.
Well, we could meet in Latos, and that's a pretty common fighting system, I guess.
All right. The good old fighting system of Latos. Here we go. All right. What's your loadout? Well, actually, you know what?
I thought we were supposed to surprise each other.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say.
Oh, you know what? Let's go fight in the what's the stupid station capital ship sector?
Oh, M7.
Yeah, M7.
All right. Because like we could go to like the Thunderdome in Sedina, or the abandoned station in Sedina, or Sedina E5 with that giant holoroid.
What the hell is a holoroid?
It's like a giant hollow asteroid in E5.
Is that the one? Oh, I think we've had nation wars there a couple times.
Oh, okay. Like
what's the
Thunderdome? I think is H9, and it's like the capture the flag, but there's like a sphere of rocks. Excuse me.
We can go look at that.
All right, it's one of the center systems. Yeah. Of course, as you have it, I'm stuck in like 3 storms at once, but.
Who needs nav comp anyways?
Yeah, that's one thing with Voci. It doesn't share the storm info with each other, which would be cool if it did.
This H9 is actually that one weird.
The capture the flag with the two ends, kind of, and the sphere in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Thunderdome. That's the sphere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
All right. Jump. Also, people used to think I was a good guy 10 years ago because I never joined 100. So, yeah. I never actually saw what people were typing, and because I just didn't care. Where I made the mistake of joining 100, and then I still don't care. I just love getting the responses. I find they're hilarious. Yeah.
Oh man.
Being like, hey, you mother effing mongoloid.
I'm typically pretty helpful, right? Typically to noobs. But I'll never forget the one time where this guy was in channel 100 and I can't remember what he said specifically. And it was like, how do you sell your ship or something? How do you sell things?
How do dock?
I don't know what it was, but I was like, I responded, you really shouldn't sell your sister. It's just not one of those kosher things to do. Ray Bondo was online and gave me a very stern warning in Channel 1 that night. I was like, oh man. I'm just gonna go hide over here.
I've actually never been reprimanded, which for some of the things that I type into 100, I probably should be. So I will not repeat them. Yeah.
And maybe that was the killer, was that I actually responded in 1 instead of 100.
Yeah. The help is for help only. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That is how Ray reprimanded to me too. He was like, "That is not helpful."
Go to jail, bad boy.
Are there any guides left in VO?
As far as I know, I don't believe there are. I think it's like Phaser Light. Is he still a guide? What was he ever a guide? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I did see Whistler flying around recently.
Oh, Whistler. Yeah, maybe he's a guide. He's a guide, or maybe he's just a mod. I'm not sure for the forums.
I didn't even know there's a difference.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, so where are you flying? Can I see it? What?
Where? Oh, there you are.
Wow. I'm in the dome.
Yeah, this is the Thunderdome.
Huh. Vulture to Vulture. That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Wish I had time to practice this week, though.
Oh, me too.
So if you hear lots of creaking, that's just my old Razor Nostromo. It's dying, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah. Well, sir, great interview.
Yeah.
I appreciate the time.
Sorry I talked
Thank you
too
for
much.
Oh, it's not a problem. So yes, good luck and have fun, sir.
Good luck. Danger zone.
Oh my gosh, our hells are so much alike.
Whoa.
Come on, lazy. Don't go 1 and 4. I mean, 0 out of 4, whatever.
Oh yeah. Because I guess did the thing, the TU mine one count?
No, I guess not. Which that was the first time I'd ever used one. Maybe the second.
Wait, I put a warning on approximate. Is there something else here?
Really?
Well, no, just
No,
us.
maybe you just have it set really close.
That's weird.
Alright, back at it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm terrible for that, like, just shooting people.
terrible for not letting me hit you.
Actually, before we hit each other, can we actually move sectors?
Yeah.
Because
Where do you want to go?
I'm getting like, I don't know, just a empty sector, I guess. Yeah, my frame rate is crapping out for some reason.
Want to just do like H2 or something, or H1?
Yeah, H1 sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, we had that problem with Nation Wars last time we had it there, so we're not having it there ever again.
Okay, so there was Nation War in H9. An H and War. Right.
It's better than last Nation Wars where Greenwall and Style were literally team captains and just picked people that were in the sector to be on their teams. It was like playground VO.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, let me make sure my cat doesn't stop the recording. Okay, no, everything's still going. All right. Good luck and have fun, sir.
Good luck. Whoa.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I was behind you.
I hear shooting and no blasters. There's some.
Oh wait, are you? Yeah, looks like you're lagging out. Maybe.
Let me check my ping. Whoa, try not to shoot.
Oh shit.
81, 6.2 plus or minus.
Is that good for you?
Yeah, it's pretty average.
Okay, I've got a good ping too. 24.
Really? 24?
Yeah.
Why are you jumping all around?
Wait, am I jumping all around?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Let's move sectors one more time. Maybe we can find a better part of the server to be on.
Do you want to try B6?
Okay.
I know that one's empty, so.
Damn it, John! Get your shit together.
Damn you, John.
Oh wow, that does look a lot better, I think. Oh shit, maybe not.
Oh no.
Oh well. You want to just go for it?
If you're up for it, sure.
All right. Getting hit by nothing.
See, I told you I was espionage. Or not. Oh, yep. Oh.
What?
That was weird.
80%?
Whoa. Yeah, something's going on here. Seems like neither of us can see each other's shots.
Yeah, I hear your shots over Discord, and that's how I knew you're shooting.
Oh. I'm hitting you, but it's kind of bouncing off your hull. Whoa.
This is the worst fight ever. Alright, looks like it's getting a little better now.
Sweet. Whoa, there we go, close. Whoa. time, dude. Get off my dick. Whoops. Oh, holy shit.
You slippy bastard.
There's a point every like 30 seconds or so where the frame rate just drops to like 45 to like nothing. And that's the part that just like makes me really freak out. Yeah, it's playing on a 2009 MacBook Pro, so it's not the fastest of
yeah. Still. Man.
Whew. Ooh. Where'd you go? Holy crap. There you are. Hey, good fight.
Man. 0 and 4. I'm so sad.
Hey. Every step is improvement.
If I played more, there'd be improvement too. So,
Yes, that helps as well.
yeah, go figure. Is there any room left on this thing? Let me see. Boom. Video. Oh, not much, that's for sure. Well, sir, that was fun.
Yeah, sorry for talking your ear off so
Probably won't.
much. Prattling on about nothing, but yeah.
Dude, don't worry about it. This was probably one of my favorite Pew Chat Dies yet.
Cool.
Although it's definitely going to be a very long episode as well.
If you want to keep using this Discord server, go right ahead. I can make you an admin. If you want.
Yeah, I might. We'll take a look at that sometime. Actually, I would just appreciate it if you let me join you guys when you chat occasionally on Discord.
Oh, sure, of course, yeah.
You know, even if I only play my Itani tune and get ganked all night, it's still fun chatting
Here,
with you
I
guys.
can, gotta send regards to Dirty. Okay, yeah, I can send you the Discord link for that one right now, actually.
All right, sir. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say my little outro. Thank you for being a part of. Thank you for supporting Vendetta on air. I had fun, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, not a problem. It is late for me, so it's got to be.
Yeah, it's really late for me.
Well, sir, thank you again. You have a good
you
night.
too. Cheers.